Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, it's Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. We have a tale of two Luigis. Yesterday, we did cover and live tweet the state proceeding, People versus Luigi Mangione, and Judge Caro, surprisingly, came out that his review of the grand jury minutes concluded that the terrorism-related charges could not stand, had not been proved, not enough evidence, so those charges are out. Of course, there are other charges, and there's a next proceeding there, December 1st. Now, in the federal case, later in the day, many didn't follow up on this, but there was a request by Karen Friedman-Agnifilo to delay the briefing schedule, not the December 5th appearance, but the briefing schedule, and there was a footnote that their death penalty motions are due on September 19th. So we will be covering those in great detail. Now, of course, the Diddy, it wouldn't be a day if there wasn't some Diddy in the Southern District of New York. And today's Diddy, or yesterday's Diddy, reported today, is Miss Anna Kane, one of the civil complainants against Diddy, has been invited by Judge Clark to propose a 4-month expedited discovery schedule before the case gets stayed pending a Second Circuit ruling. And they've proposed it. They want discovery into Bad Boy records. They want discovery into Harv Pierre, and they want discovery into a person they believe to be the third assailant. They don't say who that person is. In other discovery news, the Wayfarer parties, that would be Justin Baldoni, Jed Wallace, and others, have put in, and we put up, a 12-page privilege log of documents, text messages mostly, that they don't think they should have to turn over to Blake Lively. So those are the hype cases. Now, in the Mad Court, we've come across this pattern in which people arrested in New York, often after a criminal charge in New York, but wanted on warrants from the Western District of Texas for illegal reentry, are pleading guilty in New York to the Western Texas charge, with the magistrate judges declaring it a petty offense, imposing no jail time. And one of them is in process today, a man named Diaz. But Diaz's federal defender has cited 6 cases, and I know of a 7th, in which the exact same thing has happened. It's a trend. It's actually kind of a standoff between districts. Haven't heard yet from the Western District of Texas. Normally, one district's warrants are respected or enforced in another. In this case, they're redeeming them petty offenses and going this route. What happens also to the people after they plead guilty and are released? That's not in the public area of the courthouse, but we're going to try to figure it out today. Today we're also covering in the Southern District this ongoing case charging BNP Paribas, the French bank, who we covered inside the United Nations when they were wanting to violate all other kinds of sanctions and actually getting France to abstain. It's very rare for France to put its head out like that. They abstained on a resolution. We covered it. Now while banned from the United Nations by the absolutely corrupt and censorious Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who, with questions about his finances, responded by just banning the press. And those inside the circus just goes on, asking softball questions. Is he deeply concerned about, really there's only 2 issues. They don't even ask about Ukraine anymore. Anyway, so we're covering the trial. And yesterday, a former compliance officer of BNP was on the stand, and he'd pretty much overseen the gaming of OFAC. And then a woman from CNN, Judge Hellerstein, said, "Are you still on air?" I don't know if he's watching that. But I have to say, although there have been some hiccups, the trial is a good one, and we're going to be live tweeting it in just a few short moments. Meanwhile, we have applied to re-enter the UN, and the litmus test continues as the ghoulish General Assembly comes together. Inner City Press, to be continued.